falling rupee. Everybody knows about the falling rupee. I have one straightforward, straight to the finance minister. 28 times we know the rupee has jumped up. Inflation, sir, is at 7%, right? Now listen to this. In the US, inflation is 9%. India, the inflation is 7%. If in the US the inflation is 9%, India is 7%, undergrad economics will tell you the rupee should be appreciating to the dollar. Why the finance minister is the rupee depreciating? November 2016, 45 minutes after the Prime Minister announced demonetization, one lady, Chief Minister of Bengal, said, withdraw this draconian anti-people decision. Who did that? You didn't listen. Farm laws, you didn't listen. COVID handling, you didn't listen. Sir, come down with the arrogance through you to the Prime Minister and listen to what we have to say. This is the story. This is the story of a young couple. They get up. This is the story of a young couple. They get up in the morning, quickly brush their teeth, 18% GST on toothpaste. Then the man rushes in for a shower, a bath, bucket bath. Again, 18% on the soap. So while they're getting ready, someone hits on the door. The LPG man is waiting outside. Oh, give me some 1,200 rupees. Then, sir, on the scooter to work, petrol prices, you know what it is, sir. While they're rushing, they quickly stop because the child has got an exam tomorrow. So pencil, eraser, all to be bought. They're also not, children are not spared. 18% on the kids. Sir, then office time, some murmura, what we call in Bengal, mudi for a snack, not spared. 5% on that, sir. Then they go to office. The man goes to one office, his wife goes to another one. They realize the neighbor's wife has to be taken to hospital, not spared 5% GST for the room. Bad day, sir. The lady calls up, tells her husband, I'm going to the bank. Bank, 18% on the checkbook. Sir, by the time they come home, they stop for the tomatoes, up by 145%. They are exhausted. They're back home, sir. And the lady and the man are quite exhausted, but the man says, Modi hai, to mumkin hai. And the lady, and what does the lady say? Lady's Hindi is not very good, so she says something in Bangla. Chire muri batasha, Modi shah tamasha. বুঝেছেন? Chire muri batasha, GST tamasha. Sir, I can't translate that. That is not translatable. Okay. Sir, let's come to first three numbers. I have three numbers for the finance minister, and I have 6 direct points where I want her response when she responds. What are the 3 numbers, sir? Let me explain. The first number is 20. The first number is 20. Now, 10 years ago, when cess was collected by the government, of the total cess and surcharge collected, 10% was cess and surcharge. 10 years ago. Now that number has gone from 10 to 20%. That means the central government is sucking from the states. Instead of 10, 20%, that figure is 4.81 lakh crores. So my first one to the finance minister who will respond is, you are doing this, and you are doing this for all. For petroleum products, don't talk about petroleum products. 2/3 of the cess, of the total taxes, cess and surcharge, is collected by the center. So stop this argument of 5 rupiah ye, 6 rupiah ye. 2/3 is collected. Sir, that's the first response. And what is the number? 20. Second number, sir, we all know. Retail inflation. Retail inflation, 6 we say, RBI says 6 is fair, okay. Last 2 quarters, retail inflation has been 7. Trouble, retail inflation. So 20 plus 7, keep that in mind, 27. And my third number today is 29. Why 29, sir? Berojgari, unemployment. 29% of youth in India do not have jobs. 29. 1 out of 3 do not have jobs. The FM must respond. 7,22,000 people have got jobs. What is my source? Lok Sabha answer a few months ago. 22 crore applied. Berozgari, 20, the number who got was how much? You saw, sir, 7 lakh. Now that is my third number. 20, you're taking from the states. 7, the retail inflation. And 29 is the youth unemployment. In the response, I would like the finance minister to dispute all these numbers. Sir, but the interesting thing here, and it's very, very interesting, if you add the three numbers up, 20, 7 और 29, एक नंबर मिलता है सर 56. क्या बात है? 56 inch sir. So 56 inch is the number we can all understand, if you know what I mean. 56 inch. Right, sir? The finance minister is quoting Raghuram Rajan on the floor of parliament. The finance minister, I'm sure she hasn't been well and I wish her a speedy recovery. I'm sure she'll come back to listen to the second part of my speech. It's good, sir, when the finance minister walks out, you know I get under their skin. Right, sir? मैं भी walk out करूँगा ना क्या? Raghuram Rajan made that speech. Don't selectively quote Raghuram Rajan. After he said what he said, and that was the point of his speech, we must confront and defeat, quote, we must confront and defeat majoritarian authoritarianism, unquote. Falling rupee. Everybody knows about the falling rupee. I have one straightforward, this is my third response in the answer. Straight to the finance minister. 28 times we know the rupee has jumped up. Inflation, sir, is at 7%, right? Now listen to this. In the US, inflation is 9%. India, the inflation is 7%. If in the US the inflation is 9%, India is 7%. Undergrad economics will tell you the rupee should be appreciating to the dollar. Why the finance minister is the rupee depreciating? Because in the US, 9% is peaked out. Right, sir? Let's come to one more. Again, a response from the finance minister. So when the opposition MPs speak, we also know how to make political points and economic points. Give us a chance to speak. Sir, here is the number, my fourth response in her response today. LPG, 2019-20. 2019-20 में LPG सब्सिडी कितना था? 24,000 करोड़. 2021-22 वो 24,000 करोड़ का सब्सिडी कितना कम हो गया सर? 2,400 नहीं, सिर्फ 240 करोड़. फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर आइए, आपका रिस्पांस में इसका जवाब दीजिए. सर, GST. First point on GST. Members are getting up here from the treasury benches, misleading the whole house, misleading the whole country. GST में ये बोला था, all the states agreed. Not at all. Supreme Court has said GST is only a recommendatory body. Let's be very, very clear about this. Nothing is binding. It's advisory. So don't make this argument. It doesn't work. Sir, my next submission to the finance minister. Sir, GST was introduced in 2016. States were assured of compensation for 5 years. States have now written saying that COVID was so bad. Yes. Have you considered the demand of the states to increase the compensation from 5 years to 8 years or 9 years or 10 years? Give us an answer on the floor of this house. These are the real issues. You can't go on Noida TV channels and divert the issues with minor. This is the real issue. Price rise. We're talking about price rise. Let me come back. Let me finish GST. So what you're really doing is 1.5 lakh crore compensation over the next 9 months. Where is the states going to generate this money? And my last point on GST is, since I had the good fortune of being a member of the select committee, my party, the All India Trinamool Congress, put me there. Now, if the select committee and in the law, that time the revenue neutral rate was 16%. Based on that, all the GST was calculated. Now, the revenue neutral rate is down to 11%. Why? Why? Because you've taken away 250 items, which were luxury items, and brought it down, and you've gone and taxed toothpaste, muri, etc. So that is the problem. They have to fix this, sir. Because if you don't fix this, then I'm afraid this will be the death of federalism. Sir, 4 quick points. The opposition, my party, the Trinamool, and there were others as well, we took a very clear view on GST. Idea great. August 2016, check the records in Parliament. We warned you, implementation is the key. And you've made a complete hodgepodge of implementation. Next, we warned you, November 2016, 45 minutes after the Prime Minister announced demonetization, one lady, Chief Minister of Bengal, said, withdraw this draconian anti-people decision. Who did that? You didn't listen. Farm laws, you didn't listen. COVID handling, you didn't listen. Sir, come down with the arrogance through you to the Prime Minister and listen to what we have to say. Sir, we've heard a lot of talk about ye diya free, wo diya free. Itna diya free to Bengal mein itna kyun har gaya? Kyun har gaya? Main bol raha hu kyun har gaya? Sir, my time. Sir.
Please, honorable member, please, come on.
Sir.
Please.
Sir.
Please,
Chowdhury.
honorable members, please.
Sir.
Please. Yeah.
14 महीना हो गया, लेकिन अभी भी जलान है यहाँ.
Please address
Sir,
the
what to
chair.
do? Yeah.
We'll have to conclude 1 minute.
Sir, why 1 minute, sir? You've taken away 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Sir, this is it.
Please.
The second largest opposition party here is speaking. You're saying I've got 1 minute to speak. Sir, what is this?
It's on the board.
Sir, let me make the point. I've only got 3 very short points. I must respond to them so they know why they lost. Now, because they think they win everything. मैं बताता हूँ. वो बंगाल का जो मुख्यमंत्री है ममता दी, वो जो बोलती है, keeps her word. चावल, rice free, रोहू free, दवाई free, इलाज मुफ्त, माँ कैंटीन 5 रुपए में खाना, किसान इंश्योरेंस. सर, किसान के 1 पॉइंट किसान में. हाँ, किसान में बंगाल का मॉडल आप लोग सीख लीजिए. किसान का इंश्योरेंस. Sir, protect
please.
Sir, protect me.
Honorable members, please.
Sir, I need protection.
Please, honorable members. Manya Direct ji, please. It'll only delay it further.
Sir,
please.
Please, sir,
everyone.
if I may. Two MPs
Please.
stood up in their seats in the morning. The House got adjourned. Sir, please protect me. No,
Please.
sir.
We'll have to conclude.
Kisan,
directly.
I'm giving me 2 minutes. I'll conclude. Kisan insurance. The farmer does not have to pay the insurance. And I can go on with Lakshmi Bhandar, Kanya Shri. Sir, I have 2 more points to make. 1 more point, sir. 1 more.
Please. There's no point.
Yes, sir. I've made 6 clear points where I would like the finance, sir, 1 second. Just where I would like the finance minister to respond. Sir, the bigger point. Why have we had to wait?
Please. Honorable members. Let him conclude. Please,
This is not on.
Honorable members.
I seek your protection.
Please, ये ऐसे ही चलेगा फिर और 4 मिनट आपको चाहिए. Please, let him conclude. He is about to conclude. Please.
Sir, price 6 point बोला जवाब दो ना. Sir, the bigger issue. We've discussed price rise, hard points. We've discussed GST. Now, why did it take us 38 days to have this discussion on price rise. Sir, just 1 minute. Because we appeal to the government and genuinely appeal as a constructive opposition. First, you have to acknowledge the problem. If you're not going to come here to acknowledge the problem, how can you fix the problem? Because you will throw 25 MPs out, you will not allow a discussion, and then what happens? Parliament, what is Parliament? Parliament is a congregation of people fighting fighting for the Constitution. So what they did is remove Parliament outside.
Please conclude. Please.
Sir, they removed Parliament outside. And the congregation of people, we are still fighting for the Constitution. Sir, I want to end.
Thank you.
I want to end with quoting a very important person. You'll allow me 2 small quotes. And I'm looking forward to short quotes, not
Quickly.
2. Sir, because I've made 6 points for the FM, but these are 2 quotes, and it's somebody all of you respect. Here we go. 1. It's on the rupee. Quote, rupee is not losing strength because its size has changed. It is because those sitting in Delhi are busy in corruption. Unquote. Sir, this is a quote.
Please conclude. Please conclude.
Sir,
Directji, please,
sir.
please conclude.
I didn't. Why are they fighting with me?
Conclude. Please,
Sir.
please, honorable members.
हमसे क्यों चल रहा?
Please, honorable
What is this,
members.
sir?
Please, 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 I'm requesting you. Please. आप लोग भी बोल रहे हैं, वो भी बोल रहे हैं, दोनों ही बोल रहे हैं. Please. Please.
Don't cross talk.
Please.
Sir,
Please.
I've got one.
Conclude,
Sir, I
sir.
don't know why they're getting upset. It's somebody.
Last quote. Last quote.
This is July 2013.
Please.
Narendra Modi. Why are they getting upset?
Conclude.
Mr. Prime Minister, we agree with you. Now my second quote. On price rise. Quote, common people are being affected. Let me finish, sir, without a disturbance. My last quote. Quote, common people are being affected by rising prices, but the insensitive central government is making a mockery of the suffering of the poor. Unquote. Mr. Modi, September 2023.
Please conclude.
All I want to say to both these quotes, September 2013, thank you for correcting me. He said this in September 2013. All I want to say for these 2 quotes is, Mr. Prime Minister, we completely agree with you. Thank you.
माननीय श्री तिरुचि शिवाजी